So chat, this is The Restless Dream. Or Silent Hill in Doom. And this looks pretty cool. You might recognize some of it. Especially just starting out in a dingy bathroom. But, this is going to be kind of a short-ish segment. Because I have 2 Silent Hill Doom things that I want to check out. And this one's pretty long. But I just wanted to give it a quick look and see if it was as cool as it seemed. I will not be fielding questions about the Silent Hill 2 remake at this time. I'd ask you to respect my wishes, thank you. But yeah, I mean, the atmosphere here is already pretty cool. Beluga Lake over that way. Make this a little louder. This is actually maximum loud. Master volume, sounds volume. Sounds volume. A secret is revealed. I don't know how much ammo I have. A Wolfenstein dog? So, you know, it doesn't stay Silent Hill for very long. Part of Doom 2's Easter egg. The only thing silent is there's like kind of maybe a silencer on this weapon. But I think it does a pretty good job recreating the areas, so we can take a look at some of those. What do you mean James was killing monsters frame 1? Was he punching monsters with his big fucking manly fists? That's the thing, like, I want to like the Silent Hill 2 remake, but you know what I'm upset about? You can't do a suplex. Like, I watched so much video footage, and not once did he do a suplex. You know, there's no upgrade system for your guns. Remember in Gears of War, you could go up to people and chainsaw them? And he'd be like, Dom! Dom, I don't have a neck, Dom! Yeah, so not only can't you, like, suplex, but there's also no Comic Sans. It's just really disappointing. I want him to punch boulders. I want a slide, combat slide mechanic, boots on the ground combat slide. What's funny is that Resident Evil actually became that in Resident Evil 6, and some people really like... Dude, Resident Evil 6 sold very, very well. We're pretty lucky Capcom didn't look at that and say, oh, the people want only this. Oops. But I think Resident Evil is much more suited to action insanity rather than Silent Hill, because Silent Hill is more psychological. It's supposed to be... Well, it's supposed to be a journey into your psyche. And Resident Evil is zombie. And you can do a lot with zombie. There are fast zombie. There are slow zombie. There are half zombie. There are zombie sharks. These things have been established in cinema. Silent Hill was always more experimental. And, I know Silent Hill's had, like, you know, I've watched the first movie, and, I've only played 1 through 4, and there are some action moments. I mean, I don't think it's wrong to have Silent Hill have some action moments, but I could see why Resident Evil works as a big dumb action thing, aka Resident Evil 4, which is one of my favorite games of all time, and Resident Evil 6, which, you know, some people this is very hard. Wow. Some people consider Resident Evil 6 to be one of their favorite games. And I know that because I have people that have fucking told me that. Because they played it co-op, or whatever. Yeah, apparently it's very fun co-op, and I just don't really want to do that, but it sold really well. It goes on sale frequently, and it's just a dumb, fun shooter where you can combat slide. And for people who like action games, like, I guess it works. But yeah, playing Doom in Silent Hill is kind of funny. It's like anything that makes it Silent Hill doesn't really... It's not the same thing, it's just the fog at this point. It's just you're shooting, and it's fog. That's an exact description of the remake. I think, from what I'm seeing of the remake, like I said, I will not be answering questions at this time. Because, as you know, if you play the game, you created it. But, from what I've seen, it's not as action-focused as people feared it would be. But I'll tell you what, let's save, because I opened the stream, people were asking about it, and it immediately turned into Clown World, so I don't really want to talk about Resident Evil 2 Remake. Sorry. That we can talk about. That's genuinely goddamn amazing. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Until I play it, where I can actually judge it for myself, and not just, you know, think about, oh, I looked at a trailer, and I'm gonna make a judgment call on it. So... but, you know, if you've watched my Silent Hill 4 playthrough, I had a real rough go of it. That game started out pretty good and just made me hate it by the end. So, my expectations are in the gutter. Sad to say. Okay, do we get that? Can I get that? There we go. Okay. I'll spend a little bit more time playing this one, because I think it... From what I've seen, there's like, you know Silent Hill's traditional rusty buildings TM? There's like a whole one of those. There's a big section of Silent Hill, the town itself. Oh yeah, you can get your... Okay, cool. Get a little bit of UI. Vinny, it saw it had overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, and Silent Hill 2 hasn't come out yet. Is Steam in on the take? You think Gabe's being... early access? No, deluxe Steam players. Is that a thing? Someone said I'm literally playing it now. Nah, Gabe's got it. Only he's doing all the reviews. So, chat, an interesting thing happened. I started using the curator thing again a little bit because I wanted to support UFO 50, and I wanted people to at least see, like, I don't know if it would help, but UFO 50 is like one of my favorite games this year so far. And I use, because Vinesauce has an old Steam group, which also has a curator thing. Haven't used this shit in years, because life is busy. But I figured, well, let me support UFO 50 and a couple other games that I really like Against the Storm. And... chat, I have received well over 60 Steam keys directly through, what they do is, the curators on Steam, there's a system, there's an onboard system on Steam where an indie developer can send you a key to their game because you're a curator. And the curators have a little menu of do you want to play this game? Here's a little message from the dev. Here's a picture. 60 or so games. Chat. 57 of them are shovelware. One of them is... One of them, chat, is a fake Wukong game that isn't actually the real Wukong game. I guess it's just a traditional thing. But it looks like Wukong. And it says, "Hello, would you please play this game? I need to feed my family. And this will help. Thank you to play my game." So... no, I'm not gonna play. But it could be a new Steam Speen type segment. So I'm just saying, could be curator, Steam curator, I don't know, something. And just let the quality of the game speak for themselves, you know what I mean? I don't even have to say much, I just have to show it. And if it delivers, it delivers, but... it's just so many. It's so many, chat. All I did was review 4 games in 1 sentence. And just say, hey, these are recommended cool games. And now I'm getting, really weird recommendations. I'm getting, really weird game keys. It's probably a lot of bots. I wouldn't be surprised. Steam Curator Pack SCP for short. Oh, that's not bad. But I also don't want to necessarily make fun of games that people worked really hard on, but you can tell some of them were just pure, copy-paste, clones, asset flips. It's very obvious. So, I'll consider it, but I have to figure out how to present it. But yeah, for years I never heard anything about the Curator games. And then, just out of nowhere, tons of them. Curator containment. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm lucky that people want to send me game keys. I feel very, I've gotten, lots of really cool games that I never would have tried. Where I'm just oh, this looks cool, they want to send me a key? Cool, great. And then I end up enjoying the game. Against the Storm comes to mind. But then there's stuff like Sex with Hitler Simulator. I don't want to play that. I don't know about that one. Great. I'm glad someone raided into my stream just as I said Sex with Hitler Simulator. That's real cool. Very nice. surprised you mentioned Eternal Darkness is one of your favorites, which is also full of jankiness, but we're so frustrated by Silent Hill 4. So, let's have an honest discussion about that, because there's a part of me that wants to also be like, they're very different. And just leave it at that. Eternal Darkness is not a giant escort mission in the second half of the game. That's it. There's more than that, but it is a little janky. I'll agree that it is a little janky, but you're also not going through areas you've been to. Oh wait, you are, actually, you are, but they're done in a way that's in a different time zone. So it feels very different. And you get new areas, and it just feels like you're getting... feels like you're getting a complete story, as opposed to, we're just gonna leave notes around for you to figure out the story now. You get different characters, different areas, different gameplay even, in some respects, like completely like melee, or like, you know, characters that don't shoot very much, some that shoot a lot. It's not a perfect game, but I also will say that as much as I enjoyed a lot of Silent Hill 4, the story didn't quite do it for me. It was fine, and it all wrapped up in a nice, you know, in a neat little bow, but I don't really fear the villain in that game, and it just kind of... I was like, alright, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to articulate fully, but I would say, yes, they're very different games. But the thing that kills me about, one over the other is that one ends up being like a terrible escort mission by the end. But yeah, and also one other thing, Eternal Darkness has a really interesting, like, cosmic horror angle. And it's got a Roman centurion who is being used as a pawn of the gods. Who lives for, like, generations. It's really cool. Also, I am struggling a little bit here in Silent Hill Doom. But yeah, I mean, it's much more Doom than it is Silent Hill, aside from the fact that we're doing lots of shooting in Silent Hill, which is cool. God. I only have pistol. Worst spot to save. Oh man. Will you ever stream Silent Hill Downpour? I don't think I'm very interested in anything outside of the 4 I played. I really, really don't want to dip into the mediocrity. I already did with 4, and I think I want to save myself a little bit of headache. Because also, chat, I mean, how much are you gonna enjoy me bitching about a video game for fucking a full playthrough? You said that after 3. I did, but then chat was like, no, Vinny, 3 is Kino. 4 is Kino. 4 is peak. And it was fine. I mean, I could think of worse ways to spend my time. I could think of better ways, too. Alright, so... this here Silent Hill thing, chat. I've doomed very poorly, and now I'm in trouble. How do you do weapons? I read a chat message and it confused me. Okay. Now this is the Silent Hill experience. You also, when you take a lot of damage in this, you lose speed. How the fuck are they expecting me to do this with so little ammo? There's like no drops for health. It's just like, have fun. I do love the transition from the foggy Silent Hill exterior into this. This is really cool. It's a survival horror. Do you not expect to have to manage ammo? Chat member, bait used to be believable. Yep, this is the look. This is what a survival horror looks like. Very nice. One smack to the face. One smack to the face and it's all over. They wanted me to do that with 30 pistol ammo. Okay. Oh man, this is insane. How do you... I need... what, give health? Yes, thank you. Okay. Alright, here. Let's just play a little bit longer, because this is insane. I keep thinking I have to have missed weapons and ammo. There's no way. No. No, I really didn't. Yeah, I was supposed to handle all those enemies with a pistol. Okay, got it. And a couple shotgun shells. Alright, alright, alright. Maybe you aren't supposed to kill every enemy. Maybe not. It's very hard to run through that corridor. Especially these winged bastards follow you forever. Also, my difficulty might be too high, too, which might be causing some issues. You just got a god game. Oh, here we go. Now that's cool. See, now that is very cool. I'm not gamer enough, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and admit it very clearly. I am not gamer enough. I know, you watched my God Gamer video, and you said to yourselves, this guy is amazing. You were like, this isn't even a YouTube short. How is it possible that there could be 20-something minutes of God gaming? And you knew. But I'm sorry, chat. I'm a charlatan. That was edited footage from like 10 years of videos. I didn't want to tell you that. I know. This does remind me of Doom 64 a little bit. Or maybe Doom 64 reminds me of Silent Hill. Which... there's a couple areas in Doom 64 that get kind of like that. But that also came out before Silent Hill, so... Where are we going? Silent Doom goes kind of hard. What's Silent Doom? Doom on mute. Oh, wow. Oh, this. Okay, I thought it was a different one that I missed. The 32X version is pretty silent. Is that the one with no music? That's the Jaguar version. Alright, well that was cool. I'm gonna stop there with that one. I'm gonna do a different one though that I think might also be of interest. Let's see. So chat, this one's called GZPT. You can probably imagine what you're about to see. Watch out, the gap in the door. It's a separate reality. The only me is me. Are you sure the only you is you? So what's weird about me is I've never played PT. Because I didn't have a PS4 at the time. Never played PT, but I've played... I know I missed out, I know. But I feel like I've played it because I've played PT in Project Spark, whatever that game was. I played it in Dreams, I played it in Unity, in Unreal Engine. I've played, like, 15 different versions of PT.
As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach, was pregnant at the time. Police arriving on scene after neighbors called 911 found the father in his car listening to the radio.
Who says 911?
Days before the murders, neighbors say they heard the father repeating a sequence of numbers in a loud voice. They said it was like he was...
Non-Americans? Genius Kajumbo? Mm-hmm. I call him Hideous Cogenius. I think that sums him up nicely for most people. You get the best of both worlds with that one, that name. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting take on PT. It certainly looks PT. In Doom. I'm surprised this is new. I thought like something like this for sure was made prior. I don't know what to do. This game is basically the OG anomaly spotting game. I can see what you mean a little bit, yeah. You can't progress until you find the weird stuff in the hallway. I guess the problem for me is once you've played this 15 different other ways, it kind of loses a little something. But chat's saying that this one's pretty accurate, so I'm excited to see what, you know, how this is all translated into Doom. I'm just a little meat, Seymour. You were convinced that meat was the baby in the sink from this, so you thought I had played it. Well, I didn't invent meat. Let's start with that. Meat just became kind of a mascot because meat is got a nice face. Oh. Kevin Yager or Jaeger made meat for a commercial, Microsoft commercial. It was like an MSN commercial. Or was it? MSM? MSN? What is it? Something like that. MSN. Yeah. So, it's a little sad and lonely meatworm. But then people memed him, my meat when I opened my 10th incognito tab or whatever, and it was just that sad penis-looking meat man. And then I got a hold of, oh, ghosts. I got a hold of meat. Hang on, let me say that differently and better. When I found that, I enjoyed it greatly. And then I started editing the image live on stream. And then meat became kind of a thing. I think it was during Bloodborne, right? Or... yeah, it was Bloodborne. Which works, because that game is full of meats. It looks like chicken with like taffy head. Reminds me of Eraserhead, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the direct inspiration. Let me out. Let me out. Someone said it looked like Shuckle. Oh, the Pokemon? Yeah, it looked a little like Shuckle. I agree with that.
This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started. Retrieved the rifle and shot his wife.
I wasn't expecting an FMV. It's just a shitty compressed version of the actual jump scare. Someone in chat said, "These noises are driving me crazy." You know, it wouldn't be often that I would read the chat member name, but I'm going to. It's Dong Wizard 69 said that.
And then I saw me walking in front of myself. But it wasn't really me. Watch out. The gap in the door. It's a separate reality. The only me is me. Are you sure the only you is you?
Thank you, bag friend.
As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and two children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started. Retrieved the rifle and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen.
I'm assuming this audio is directly from PT. Because I've heard this before, even without having played it.
His 6-year-old daughter has
And yes, the audio is supposed to drive you crazy.
reports the death lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach, 204-863. Seen after neighbors called 911, found the father in his car.
204-863. Can I ask why that is happening? Is that a fail condition? It's not supposed to happen again? You keep turning around? The other PTs I've played, and I've played dozens of PTs, it doesn't happen like that. It does? If you turn around too much, she attacks you. Oh.
As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and her two children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at the local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home.
I don't think it's supposed to happen this frequently. Seems a bit bugged. Sometimes she does that. Lisa has rules that aren't 100% clear, but turning around is one of them. I think that breathing is your hint that she's on your ass. Right, because that was a thing, right? Like, is that she's always behind you? Walk up to the radio and stare at it until the door opens. Yeah, I was trying to do that, and then I got killed. I'm gonna try one more time. If that happens again, like, in this next room, I'm just gonna stop.
As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and her two children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Don't touch the...
Don't touch... Someone said press X on the picture. I'm not using a controller, you know. You aren't supposed to move when you stare at it. Oh. And so that's why if you move, you get killed by the ghost. People are probably just making up half of these things.
Children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store.
I'm not gonna move
2 days
at all.
earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started. Retrieved the rifle and shot his wife as he was cleaning up the kitchen. You can't trust the tap water. Old son came to investigate the commotion. The father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her...
Yeah, I mean, again, Chad, I played a lot of PTs, and I don't remember restarting this much.
Point-blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach, was 2048663. Seen after neighbors called 911, found the father in his car, listening to the radio. Several days before the murder...
The real one restarted a lot.
I said, look behind you, like he was chanting some strange spell.
It's very clear when you're going to get attacked, usually.
Last month and in December last year, the man used a rifle and meat cleaver to murder his entire family. In each case, the perpetrators were fathers. State police say this string of domestic homicides appears under 2048663. Child care and other social issues facing the average family.
Yep, dead. I just knew it. Yeah, it's very aggressive. It is extremely aggressive. Vinny, you have to press X on the picture. Oh, I did. I pressed several buttons on the picture, including X. This next part is peak. Keep playing. She gets fucking insane towards the end. Well, I don't know. What if this is more aggressive than original PT? That's one thing, but it's just a shame because I was enjoying how spooky it was, and the recreation itself being kind of accurate.
As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and her two children by
Press
their
spacebar
husband.
or enter.
The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started. Retrieved the rifle and shot his wife.
Yeah.
You can't trust the tap water. Both son came to investigate the commotion. The father shot him too.
Let's see what the action button is. I'm not seeing an option. Hang on. E or space. I did, yeah, I pressed those buttons.
His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range.
Look at the woman's head. That's insane.
204863. Soon after neighbors called 911, found his father in his car.
Keyboard and mouse options. Maybe it's late and I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, I didn't see it. Okay. Yeah, it's E. I've been pressing E.
Listening to the radio. Several days before the murder, look behind you. I said, look behind you. Like he was chanting some strange spell. There was another family shot to death.
All right, I'm good. I've had enough. It's not fun if it's working as intended, and if it's not working as intended, it's not fun either. So it sucks. It might be busted. Yeah, it could be. You know, I'm using GZ Doom. I use Doom 2. Maybe there's some issues. When's the last time you updated GZ Doom? That's a good point. It could be that too. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Someone just said PT is slop anyway. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, chat, for watching. I'm gonna go because I can't do the SNES segment. It's just not gonna happen. It's too late, and I'm feeling kind of brain dead. So I'll end it here. Thank you for watching tonight. And yeah, it was cool. It was a fun stream, and so I'm excited to do more streaming with obviously, more Zelda. And I've got good horror stuff that I want to check out as well. And I will consider Silent Hill 2 remake, come hell or high water. I know that it's going to be an interesting playthrough if I keep the chat open, but I really want to see for myself what it's all about and let you know my thoughts on it. But that'll be this week potentially. And yeah, we'll just continue doing that stuff. And I also had more pre-records on the way too. And there's a couple other little indie games I wanted to check out, but I still want to work on UFO 50. And I want to continue doing that. I'm not sure Plucky Squire is going to come back. Maybe. But for now, I'm going to be focusing on UFO 50 and all that stuff and horror games. So definitely stop by for those. And maybe more Abiotic Factor and maybe more that Lucky Tower game. I'm not sure yet. All right. Chat, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone who helps, submit Sunday stream content. I want you to know it is much appreciated. I have so much stuff that I forget to get to some of it. And suggestions are always very helpful for me. I appreciate your viewership, whether you sub or you don't sub. It doesn't matter. You're here. It's really fucking cool of you. Thank you. We have a charity event coming up, like I said, the 24th. I showed the announcement. It is that time of year again, viewer. Spooky season is upon us. And we have a charity stream coming up. We're going to be raising money again for Gamers Outreach, and what they do is provide gaming and entertainment for kids in hospitals. They have a unit called the Go-Kart, which is custom designed, and they can bring it around to people in medical facilities that just need a distraction. Since we started supporting Gamers Outreach, we've raised enough for 6 go-karts, which is incredible. And we can't thank you enough for that. That's over $21,000. This year we're hoping to raise a couple more bucks, and we hope you stop by. It is Thursday, October 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It will be Halloween themed, so viewer, beware. You might be in for a scare. So yeah, stop by, watch a stream, maybe donate a couple bucks if you have it, and support a good cause. All relevant links will be below in the description, including gear, actually seeing one of the go-kart devices and interviewing some people about it. And you can see the rest of the charity information there too. So, thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. So once again, yes, Joel flew all the way from Sweden, stopped by for about an hour. We filmed this. He put on the mask and then he just left. Went back to Sweden very quickly. Yeah, there was no one else available locally on Staten Island, much less myself, that I could just split screen in. So I figured, you know, that would be cool for him, and he could spend a lot of money on a flight and be in a mask the whole time. So it was good. He enjoyed it. Yes, but stop by for the charity if you get a chance to. We have some good stuff that we're going to be playing, and it is for a good cause. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy when that happens. Also, mark in your calendar if you're interested. Troll 2 at Alamo Drafthouse on Staten Island, the 23rd. So the day before the charity, the 23rd, it's Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I will have ticket information and exact times and dates. Like I said, definitely do not fly out for this. There's not going to be anyone from Troll 2 at the theater. It's just going to be me introducing the movie for people who haven't seen it for like a couple minutes. And then just people watching Troll 2 in a packed theater, which I think is going to be fucking really good. So I'm very excited for that. And this was all my idea. So I can't wait. I'm pretty sure it's that day. It's looking like more and more like it's going to be that day. And then we're going to try to organize a room screening with Greg, and that just got delayed, but we'll get there eventually. So that's it. Thank you, everybody. Good night, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. See you during the week.